Hey there, this is Mark Rosenbush. Welcome to the Indie Film Social Explosion. Listen, I know how hard it is to be an independent filmmaker because I am one. It's hard to raise money. It's really hard to get your film finished, and even if you do finish it, it's harder than ever to get distribution. I know firsthand that there's nothing more depressing than having your investors, or worse, your parents, asking you over and over and over again, hey, what the hell ever happened to that movie of yours? Like I say, I've been there. And this is a particularly challenging time for independent filmmakers, because the old way of doing things doesn't work anymore. Right now, less than 0.5%, that's less than 0.5% of all independent films will ever get picked up by a mainstream distributor. And of those that do, most will still never make their money back. That's pretty depressing. As a result, we've had to take matters into our own hands. Knowing how to do at least some of the marketing for your film yourself is no longer just an option. It's absolutely required. But while a lot of filmmakers have begun trying to do their own marketing, especially with social media, so far very few have succeeded. Not through lack of effort, or because their films are no good, but because they don't have a unified system for finding the right people in large numbers and communicating with them in a way that builds trust. I've been teaching filmmakers about online marketing since 2007, and for almost 10 years before that, I worked as an internet marketing strategist both inside and outside of the film industry. I worked with a wide range of companies, including the Spiritual Cinema Circle DVD Club, which I helped build up to more than 20,000 monthly members and millions of dollars in revenue. My point is, I've been around. I've been doing this for a while. But everything I know, everything can be boiled down to just a few simple ideas. 1. You need to know your specific audience, the people who are predisposed to liking your film. 2. You need to locate and attract your specific audience in huge numbers. 3. You need to capture your audience on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, a blog, and most importantly, on your email list. And finally, you need to get them to like you. And when I say like you, I don't mean like you on Facebook, though you want that too. I mean actually like you as a person, as a human being, ultimately as someone they trust. Because if they trust you, they'll buy your movie. And the more of them there are, the more sales you'll be able to make. You've probably heard my story before. Back in 2006, when I couldn't get a decent distribution deal for my first film, I self-released the DVD using a cutting-edge internet marketing strategy I'd stumbled across outside of the film industry. As a result, we made $40,000 in sales in the first 48 hours before going on to sell thousands of DVDs. Again, that was 2006, and while the online marketing techniques that I used back then still work, and they work well, the game has changed in a huge way. There are now more than 300 million Twitter accounts worldwide. Videos on YouTube get more than 2 billion views every single day, and 1 out of 9 people on the planet now has a Facebook account. What this means is that the specific audience for your film is out there, in huge numbers, just waiting to hear from you. And for the first time in history, that audience is accessible instantly and without the need for a studio marketing budget. So whether you have a short, a feature, a documentary, or a web series, and no matter where you are in the process, development, fundraising, post-production, film festivals, even if your movie's been sitting on a shelf gathering dust for 10 years, social media marketing gives you the ability right now to quickly and inexpensively attract a large targeted audience for your film. Develop a trust-based relationship with your fans, and get your film noticed, even in today's super-glutted marketplace. I'm actually convinced that if I had the social media tools and strategies in 2006 that I have access to today, my film would have made 10 to 15 times more than it did. But there's a catch. You may have a Facebook or Twitter account, but that doesn't automatically mean you'll get a ton of fans or followers for your film. You may have the coolest video in the world, but that doesn't automatically mean it'll go viral. And you may have a ton of followers, but that doesn't guarantee that they will buy your film. In other words, just having a social presence for your film isn't enough. Your social presence has to be effective. You need a plan. And that's why I created the Indie Film Social Explosion. It's a live webinar, 5 hours live on the web, and it is the most advanced training I've ever done. And since it's live on the web, you'll be able to attend from your own computer from anywhere in the world. And yes, we will be recording the whole thing so you can review it again and again as often as you want. Here's what we're going to cover. First, I'll show you how to identify and locate your target audience. Again, it's not enough just to get fans and followers. You need to attract the right fans and followers for your film that will eventually turn into buyers. Next, I'll show you how to optimize your social media sites so they're fully professional and search engine friendly, and most importantly, so they motivate your visitors to take action by becoming fans or followers or by joining your email list. Next, I'll show you how to quickly grow your audience, driving targeted traffic through your social network in huge numbers. After that, I'll show you how to engage your audience and build a real relationship, how to build rapport to get them to like and trust you, which will turn them from casual visitors into loyal buyers. And finally, I will show you a system that no one else in the film industry is teaching. In fact, I'd wager that almost no one else in the film industry even knows this. Something I've only showed to a few of my top consulting clients who've paid anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000 or more. This is the most sophisticated, most cutting-edge strategy I've ever taught. In fact, I'm using it right now to develop the audience for my own next film. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes and I will show you everything. So here's what it is. For most filmmakers, each of their social media activities exists in a vacuum. There's no unity. So what I'm going to give you is a proven step-by-step method for creating your own fully integrated social network, where Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, your blog, and your website all work together in a unified, cohesive way to drive massive traffic and build your audience. Plus, I'm going to help you solve, once and for all, the single biggest problem filmmakers have when it comes to social media marketing. In fact, this is the biggest problem that everyone has when it comes to social media marketing. Content is where most marketing efforts fail online. And what I'm going to give you is a comprehensive content strategy, exactly what you should and shouldn't include in your posts, where to post, when to post, how often to post, how to make every post search engine friendly, how to make every post motivate your fans to take action, and more. Like I said, this is the most advanced stuff I have ever taught. By the time this 5-hour event is over, you'll have my exact formula for building a large, loyal audience through social media marketing, and you will be miles ahead of 99% of the filmmakers on the planet. But in addition to the webinar itself, as a special thank you for attending, I'm also going to give you free access to my original Internet Marketing for Filmmakers online course, the Indie Film Launch Formula. This includes more than 10 hours of video and text lessons. It shows you exactly how my first film made 40 grand in DVD sales in the first 2 days. I've sold hundreds of copies for $500 each, but you can have it for free just for attending the Indie Film Social Explosion. Like I said, my private clients have paid anywhere from $3,000 to $15,000 to learn these techniques and strategies, but I'm not going to ask you for anything even close to that because I want as many filmmakers as possible to build huge targeted audiences for themselves. So if you're ready to take responsibility for your film's future and build a real, huge, loyal audience, just click the big button below to reserve your spot now. And by the way, there's no pressure. If this is for you, great. If it's not, that's okay too. But I will tell you that this price won't last forever. So if you're ready to see some real results from your social media activity and build a huge, loyal audience for your film, click the button below to reserve your spot now. Thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you on the webinar.